Hey everyone, it's Mr. Chang, and in this video we're going to learn how to use the CS50 IDE. So we'll be using the CS50 IDE for writing our Python programs. Special thanks to the Harvard CS50 team for making this possible. So CS50 IDE is a cloud-based integrated development environment powered by AWS Cloud9. And since it's cloud-based, you can continue to work on your code even if you're using a different computer. Now also, your code is saved automatically in the cloud-based environment, so you don't have to worry about losing your code if you're working on a different computer, for instance, or if your computer crashes. All right, so the first thing I want you to do is go over to github.com and sign up for an account. So you can either start filling out the sign up form over here, or you can click on this button up here for sign up, your choice. Please make sure to check your email and verify your account. You won't be able to use your CS50 ID until you verify the GitHub email that you get, verifying your email address. So remember to use an email address where you can check your email. Otherwise, you won't be able to use your CS50 IDE account. All right, after you've done that, go over to ide.cs50.io and go ahead and click on the login button here. So the first time you do this, after you put in your GitHub username and password, it will ask you to authorize your OAuth for your GitHub. So again, we're using GitHub for login credentials for the CS50 IDE. After that, it shouldn't ask you for that. So now I'm going to give you a quick tour of the features in the CS50 IDE. So first off, I personally like to use the dark mode. I think it's a little bit easier on your eyes. So go ahead and click on dark mode over there. And I also prefer to have a kind of horizontal split, meaning that we'll have our terminal on the right hand side. So I'm going to drag this terminal up here and have it up here, and down here I'm going to close off this bottom window. And also, to make our life a little easier, I'm going to click on presentation mode. That's going to make the font a little bit bigger. You can also configure the fonts how you please as well. Now this plus button here will give you two options. So you can open up multiple files or terminals at the same time. In this case, I'm going to open up a new file. So I have a new file here. Again, this plus button here, new file or new terminal, you can open up as many as you want. Now, in tradition, we always write a hello world program to start things off. So just want to point out, when you click on new file here, it opened up a new file named untitled1. You'll also notice this red circle here, and that just means you haven't saved your file just yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and write my first Python program here. I'm going to write print, open parenthesis, quotation, hello world, exclamation point, end quotation here, and end parenthesis. And then I'm going to click on File Save. You could also do Control S. On a Mac, it would be Command S. And we'll call this hello.py. And I went ahead and saved that over there. And now on the right-hand side, I want you to type Python and hello.py. Now this is going to execute our code here. And if all goes well, you should have a message that says hello world. Now, some other things I'm going to point out here is the share button. So go ahead and click on the share button here, and I want you to put in my username, which is Professor Pi, PRFPY, and click on the share button over here. That'll share your workspace with me. So make sure you do that. Now, in the Google slide, I also mentioned to share that with me in this Google form here. Also, I want you to copy and paste this URL over here and put that in the Google form. So again, when you get up to this step here, I want you to put that into the Google form. Some other things to note: how to download a file. So at the end of each day, I want you to document what you've worked on and download your file. So I want you to tap on the file that you've worked on, and on a PC you right click. I think on a Chromebook you two-finger tap to get this menu here, and you want to click on this fourth option down, download, and that'll download the file that you selected. Now whatever you do, I don't want you to click on File, Download Project. That actually downloads all of the files in your entire workspace, and that includes a lot of files that you don't want included. It's also quite large. So again, whatever you do, don't do this. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Just click on over here, download, and make your life easy. All right. So at any rate, happy coding, and I'll see you in the next video.